Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm doing a Mei I always say her name wrong, whatever. You read the title, that makeup tutorial, so let's get into the video. Okay, I just put my hair in a wig cap, and now I'm gonna put on some primer. And if you have contacts, you could either put them on before you put on your primer or after, but you might want to do it before you put on your foundation and all your eye makeup so that way nothing moves. But I don't have any contacts for her, so. Okay, so now I'm using this concealer. Everything that I'll be using will be linked down below, like mostly everything that I'll be using. So this concealer and using this crusty brush, and putting it on my face. I'm basically just putting it wherever I have acne. And I always put it on my nose and cheeks because even if I don't have acne, my nose and cheeks are really red, and then I go under my eyes. I'm not sure if I ever do this right, but I'm taking this brush and blending it in. I don't know if I do it right though, so. Okay, so I'm not going to leave it like this because obviously this looks wrong and patchy and gross. This concealer actually has the wrong undertone for me. It's a yellow undertone, and all my foundation before had a yellow undertone because I didn't really know what I was doing, but this stuff is kind of expensive and I'm not going to just throw it away. So I always put my concealer on first and then I do my foundation after because my foundation actually matches my skin tone. Okay, so now I'm using this foundation and this crusty brush, and I'm just putting the foundation on top and then like stippling it on my skin, and then I blend it out from there. And for some reason this foundation isn't the best foundation, so after I'm done blending it out with a brush, I always go over with a damp beauty blender just to like finish blending it out because it's not the best, you know? Okay, like I said before, this foundation isn't the best. So right now I'm taking setting powder, and I'm going to be oversetting my face because with anime characters, they're like cartoons. So when you overset your face with anime characters, and especially when you're going to a con, it helps your makeup stay on and it just looks better for them. So I'm just taking this and going across my whole face. And if you put foundation on your neck at all, or your ears or whatever, make sure you put setting powder wherever you put your foundation. Okay, so now I'm going to start contouring, and this is where I bounce back and forth looking at pictures, mostly with all of my characters, just to make sure I get the shape of their face right, even though I slightly changed my contour mostly, but yeah. So I don't think I can find this palette. It's e.l.f. Glow Up Face Palette. I can't remember if I found it or not, so it's not very good. So I'm taking this like angled brush, I'm going into this color, tapping it off, and then she has like a very square face, so I'm sharply following my jaw because right there it's square. Then I'm just bringing this down. See, like it doesn't really change much right there, but as you like blend it out and everything, it looks better. See, so if you like look on this side, it's a little bit different opposed to the side which looks more round. Okay, so she doesn't really have a ton of sunken in cheekbones, but she still has a little bit, and I like doing it anyways, so I'm just slightly like doing that, basically just like sink it in a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna do my forehead just a little bit just because I want it to be a bit smaller. I don't know why I do this, but I really like when my temples are sunken, so I just go right in my temples. Not much, but it just blends it out. I do this for almost every single cosplay I do. I just like how it looks. Okay, so her nose on the cartoon is literally a line. So your nose can be whatever shape basically you want it to be, because you can't have a line for a nose. So I think I'm gonna make mine very straight and just kind of following my bone structure already, but I'm going like a tiny bit thinner. And then I'm just gonna bring it up right to my eyebrow, going all the way down. Oh, and I'm going under my nose just to pick it up a little bit because my nose is like, it goes down a little bit, and I just feel like it goes, when I do that, it looks nice. So then I'm just going here, because if you contour the top of your nose, you should do the sides, just because it looks out of place and unnatural if you don't. Okay, so in the cartoon, she doesn't have like lips, like in general, like the pinkishness, so I'm just going to leave my lips how they are. If you want to make your lips bigger, you just put a little bit of contour there and it makes the shadow bigger, but I'm just going to leave my lips how they are. Okay, so now I'm taking this brush, I think this is actually a contour brush, to blend everything out. It's super soft and nice, and for this, I'm blending down my neck, otherwise there's a very harsh line. Okay, it's hard to honestly blend out this contour, it's not very good, but for camera wise it works really, really nice. But like if I were to turn my head like that, you can definitely see where I put the stuff. So okay, now I'm gonna blend out my cheeks. Just kind of go straight and not down because I want it to stay where it is, you know? So in real life, this doesn't look very good, because it's very dark and shadowy, and honestly, it might just be my skin tone, but on camera it looks great, because like right there you can't, like, it looks fine, but my jawline definitely doesn't look 100% perfect. So you're just gonna keep blending. Okay, so I'm just taking this really, really old brush to blend out my nose, because if I blend it with the bigger brush, it doesn't blend as well, so I'm pulling it down first to keep my nose smaller, and then you can go along the edge just to blur it out a bit. Make sure you blend under your nose if you put contour there. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to take my big brush and just kind of blend it out the rest of the way. This is honestly a very good blending brush. Okay, so now at this point, I take my damp beauty blender, and the more concentrated the area is, like on my jawline, I'm going to drag it down, and this usually helps get rid of the excess. But like on this cheek, I gotta blend a little bit more than on the other side. See, because like now they're even, but for my nose, it's kind of difficult, so I'm taking the edge and then just kind of squeezing it to make it smaller, just so that way I just get the contour. Okay, so now for my temples and my head, I always drag backwards. I think it just looks nice. Okay, so I'm putting on some eye primer right now. I'm just putting a little bit on my finger, and then putting it on top and blending it out. And then if I need a little bit more to put under my eye, I do, but sometimes I have a little extra. So I'm going to be taking this highlighter on this brush. It doesn't have any blush left in it. It's just kind of dyed pink. So this is like a blush type of highlighter, but it's not very pink, and tapping it off. I'm just going along my cheekbone just to give it some highlight and a little bit of rosiness. but honestly, I'm going to be doing the version where like she has like dirt all over her face, so you probably won't be able to see it anyways. So now I'm taking some of this highlighter and just putting it on my pinky and going straight down my nose, just to highlight that part. Okay, so now I'm taking like this flat brush and I'm taking some setting powder and putting it right here to let it set there. I don't really know what it does, but I saw it on YouTube, so that's what I'm doing, and it looks nice. I'm not actually sure what this is doing, but it's doing something. So I'm just gonna let it sit there while I start on my eyes. Okay, so she has really, really round, big eyes. So the first thing I'm doing is going in with this tan color. It's called Dust Cloud, and I'm just putting that all over my lid. And then I'm also going under my eye just to give it a base to blend in the colors and also make my eyes look a little bit bigger. Okay, so I actually just looked at her picture and she actually has like square eyes, but I don't know how to do that, so we're going big. I'm just gonna make my eyes look really big. Okay, so the next color that I want to go into is Fire Witch. It's like this orange color. I'm using the same brush, it's like a fluffy brush, and I'm putting it on my lid, but mostly focused on the outer edge. I'm also blending it onto my brow, like whatever excess is left on my brush, because my eyes are very I have very hooded eyes, so if I don't blend it up here, then you won't be able to see most of it. So I always make sure I blend whatever I'm using as my main color first, always up to my eyebrow. But it just depends on the shape and like how your eye is. Okay, so now I'm gonna do to this eye. Okay, so now that that's on, I actually want to take, I'm debating, what should I do? I'm gonna take this color, it's called a color, I don't know how to pronounce it. It starts with a G, but anyways, I'm putting it on like this round brush, tapping it off like crazy, and then I'm gonna be stippling some towards the edge of my eye. I'm getting a little bit more on my eye. Make sure you concentrate most of the color though towards this edge of your eye. Okay, now I'm going to do it to this eye. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm actually taking this white again. Not white, like tan, whatever color, and I'm going right here in the center of my eye and just making it lighter to make my eye have like a bigger feel to it. Because like, see, now this part of this eye looks bigger and this eye still looks like a little bit smaller, you know? I'm just gonna keep kind of blending it out to make sure there's no harsh lines. Oh, and I took like this tiny flat brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna start working on the lower part of my eye, and what I usually do is take the same colors and apply them to the bottom. So I'm going in with that first orange color that I used, and I'm going toward the edge mostly, like on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm gonna blend this down pretty far. I'm also bringing it closer in my eye, just whatever is left on my brush. Okay, so like this just kind of extends my whole eye, and now I'm gonna do it to this eye. Okay, so I just wanted to point out that when I'm doing my lower line, so here I blend it out down to here. Okay, so I take this part and I blend it down here, but then as I get closer to this part of my eye, the higher up to my lashes I get. Okay, so I usually add all of the colors that I put on my top onto my bottom, but honestly, I like how this looks and how the shape is, and I don't want to add pink to make it look darker, so I'm just going to leave it at that. So now I'm going to be taking this flat brush again, and going in with this pink color called Nova. It's like a highlight. And then I'm going to keep my eye slightly open while looking down and pull it across from the corner across. And I'm only doing one eyeshadow dipping for this eye because I just want it to like fade out. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So now I'm taking the same small brush that I had before and going into with that like shiny highlighter color. And I'm going in the corner of my eye, like dabbing a little circle kind of. And then I'm pulling the rest to the edge of the rest of my eye. Okay, so honestly right now I'm very happy with how this is looking. So now I'm taking this eyebrow thing. It's like an eyebrow eyeliner thing. It's called a feathering pen, and I'm going to be using it as an eyeliner because my eyeliner is practically out and this works pretty well and the tip is nice. So that's what I've been using for like the past 2 days. So I'm actually not going to do this part on camera just because I need to like have my arms on something. So I'm just going to go thin and then get a little tiny bit thick and get thinner again. I'm going to try to do that. I'm probably not going to happen. So wish me luck. Okay, so now that my eyeliner is done, it's not perfect, but it's what I could do. Okay, so now I'm taking like the stick eyeliner. It's not a stick, whatever. And I am going just, and then that's it for that. Because I did say I wanted my eyes to be very big and round. I'm taking this white eyeliner, I'm going across the edge of the black, and it's basically blending it out, and then going the rest of the way. So now I'm going to curl my top lashes, and then I'm going to be taking this mascara and putting it on my top lashes. So I forgot that I had setting powder on my nose, so I'm just going to brush that off and then onto the rest of my face, like if there's any left. Okay, so I'm not actually going to be putting mascara on my lower lashes right now just because every time I put mascara on my lower lashes, it eventually goes onto my face. So the longer I go without putting it on, the better. So I'm just going to be brushing out my eyebrows. Now she does actually have pink eyebrows, so I'm taking my little sister's like blonde eyebrow pencil and I'm going in with that to lighten everything up because it actually is getting on my eyebrows. Okay, so now I'm just gonna brush them out one more time. Okay, so now I'm taking this eyeshadow palette that I cannot find anywhere on the internet, so I won't be able to link it down, but I'm taking like this type of brush because it's really good for packing it on your eyebrows. So I'm going to be taking this pink color right here and just basically packing it on my eyebrows. Okay, so obviously it's not the pinkest eyebrow, but that is what I'm doing this for. So now I'm taking actually this bright pink, like this dark one, because that is going to be helping with the rest of my eyebrow. Okay, so if you got any extra, just kind of wipe it away. Okay, so now for lipstick, I can't link this because I don't know where it came from, but I'm rubbing it right in the middle. I'm gonna blend it out with my finger. Okay, now that it's blended out, I'm actually gonna be wiping a ton of it away. Okay, so basically I'm done. All I really need to do is add my bottom mascara. But you can also go a step further, which is what I want to do, because I have not done this one yet. So basically, these are the goggles I'm going to be wearing, and I cannot see anything because I can't see anything. So I'm going to take this off for a minute, but I'm going to take it off and put black eyeshadow around it and like smoke it out to make it look like dirty, like how she does, how it looks when she's around like explosions and stuff. Okay, so I'm taking this little brush and oh my gosh, this is going to be a nightmare. I cannot see. There we go. I can't see. This is going to be so much fun. So I'm just going to go around the edges basically with black. Then after this I'm going to smoke it out, but okay, this isn't that horrible. that was an accident, but you know what, whatever. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad, except right there, you know? So, I'm just gonna blend this out. I feel like I ruined it. I'm mad at myself, but I'm just gonna keep going with this. Okay, so before I go any farther, I want to take concealer, especially on my nose area, and basically just clean that up a little bit. Okay, and now I'm basically just kind of going right there. I want to highlight slightly inside here. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm taking this giant brush and basically smoking out the edges. Okay, so I'm taking like the tiniest bit of black and just kind of going in some other areas just to be like, it's not just there. I'm tapping. Ooh. Okay, so I'm basically just dabbing it in there and then getting like the tiniest bit. I feel like I want to slightly smoke it into, just like to make the edges a little bit less harsh, especially around here. Okay, I feel like I want to put a tiny bit on my neck because that's not the only part that's in the explosion. Okay, I feel like with the wig, this will look semi-good, you know? Okay, so I want to take like the tiniest bit of this pink, I don't even know what it is, but, and just put it right on the edge of my nose. Okay, I'm liking this. I think it looks good, honestly. I really do. I'm just gonna be taking this thing, don't even really know what it is, and my beauty blender, and just getting some in there, and then blending down just to get rid of the redness, you know? Okay, so now I'm just gonna go back in with black, just like a tiny bit, just to get some of that like on me, you know? Okay, so with the wig, it honestly looks so much better. It just kind of ties everything together. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Bye!